A tempestuous atmosphere grips the House of Windsor. The ancient stones of the palace seem to vibrate with hushed anxieties, each echoing a tale of familial discord fueled by scandal and deep-seated animosity. King Charles III, his 76 years etched into the lines on his face, steps into the fray with a resolve that cuts through the thick tension. His brother, Andrew Mountbatten Windsor, 65, is about to be cast from the gilded cage he has always known. The axe falls. Andrew is stripped of his princely titles, each syllable a hammer blow. He is, in effect, banished from the sprawling royal lodge. Its 30 rooms now a mocking reminder of what he has lost. Whispers from within the palace walls point to Prince William, 43, the heir apparent, as a key layer. His unwavering support for his father acts as the wind beneath the king's decisive wings. The scent of beeswax and antique furniture, the very essence of old money, hangs heavy, mingling with the acrid tang of betrayal and crushing disappointment. One can almost taste the bitterness. William and Kate, the Prince and Princess of Wales, reportedly harbor deep misgivings. The fear that Andrew's presence would forever stain the reputation of Windsor weighs heavily on their shoulders. Windsor Castle is slated to become their home after Charles's reign. The airy gargoyles on the roof seem to grimace under the weight of the scandal. A recently published royal biography casts a harsh light on the roots of William's disdain. It all eggs at past rude remarks directed at Kate by Andrew are the source of his enduring animosity. Though the exact words remain unspoken, their sting lingers in the heartache air, like they'll meet her, right then a phantom scent of burnt incense, a constant reminder of the disrespect shown. The source further claims that William also harbors ill will towards Sarah, Andrew's former wife. He reportedly yearns for their complete removal from all royal residences, a clean sweep of the tainted past. William's frustration crackles in the air like static electricity before a storm. It's a palpable tension born from years of scandals, chipping away at the monarchy's high, carefully constructed image. Chief among these is Andrew's friendship with Epstein, the convicted sex offender. His crimes against young girls cast a long dark shadow over the royal family. The allegations of Virginia Giuffre, a victim of trafficking, ignite further outrage. Her claim that she was forced to have sex with Andrew on 3 separate occasions is a wound that refuses to heal. Recent revelations add another layer of grime to the already sullied situation. Friendly mails exchanged between Andrew, Sarah, and Epstein have surfaced, laid bare for all to see. Details emerge of Epstein's financial lifeline to Sarah. He funded her extravagant lifestyle as she struggled with mounting debts, creating new fissures within the family dynamic. Loney's book recounts William's incandescent fury, Andrew and Sarah's uninvited appearance at the Duchess of Kent's funeral in September was the spark that lit the scene replays in the mind's eye, William blindsided, his face a carefully constructed mask of control. Old fury. He desperately tries to create distance between himself and his uncle, a symbolic cleansing. He pointedly avoids being photographed with Andrew, a visual declaration of his disapproval. He reportedly believes that his father has been too lenient in his handling of the situation. Unspoken accusations hang in the air like a thick fog. Andrew and Sarah are perceived as undermining the tireless efforts of other royals, their actions a constant source of embarrassment. Before Andrew's titles were formally stripped, William and Kate made their position unequivocally clear. They voiced their unwavering support for the king's decision to remove Andrew from Windsor, a united front against the encroaching darkness. William had reportedly been advocating for Andrew's eviction for years. The lodge's increasingly dilapidated state only added fuel to his frustration, a physical manifestation of the decay within. Now Andrew and Sarah face the daunting prospect of relocation. Andrew is destined for the relative isolation of the Sandringham estate in Norfolk, a gilded exile. Sarah, however, must forge her own path. Rumors swirl of a potential move abroad, a complete severing of ties with the royal family. The scandal has inflicted deep wounds on the relationship between the former couple and their years wide. A palpable sadness permeates the atmosphere, a heavy blanket of disappointment and shame. Beatrice and Eugenie, however, retained their princess titles, a small consolation amidst the wreckage, and they remain integral members of the House of York, their positions secure. They are reportedly deeply disappointed by their parents' actions, torn between loyalty and dismay. They are also deeply concerned about their father's mental well-being, fearing the psychological toll of his downfall. Harry, Duke of Sussex, reportedly shares a similar aversion towards his uncle. The book claims he says to William that he hated Andrew, a sentiment born from years of witnessing his uncle's behavior. A source reveals that Harry has previously referred to Andrew as an and a twit, words that drip with undisguised contempt. The king was reportedly gravely concerned about the situation, his brow furrowed with worry. He believed that the very future of the monarchy hung precariously in the balance. He felt compelled to act decisively, to banish his brother from royal life in order to protect the institution. The weight of his decision reverberates through the palace, a tangible force. Family members reportedly expressed concerns about the potential impact on Andrew, fearing his isolation. He had already retreated into a reclusive existence within the walls of Royal Lodge, a self-imposed exile. William, a vocal advocate for mental health, was particularly worried about Anunkar's uncle's psychological state, fearing the potential for a complete breakdown. Other family members, including Prince Edward and Princess Anne, also voiced their concerns, their voices blending in a chorus of apprehension. The King and Queen Camilla remained steadfast in their resolve, their faces set with determination. They were determined to demonstrate unwavering support for victims and survivors of abuse, a beacon of hope in the darkness. Their commitment to justice resonated throughout the palace, a palpable shift in the atmosphere. It served as a reminder that even within the gilded walls, accountability must prevail. Andrew's relocation to Sandringham allows Charles to continue in providing financial assistance, a gesture of familial duty despite the circumstances. The gesture offers a crucial lifeline, preventing complete destitution. Preparations for his new residence are currently underway, a flurry of activity amidst the somber atmosphere. The move is anticipated to occur within the coming weeks, a final act of separation. Sarah is unlikely to accompany him, a clear indication of the fractured state of their relationship. Friends suggest that both are on the brink of emotional collapse, their lives teetering on the edge. Their daughters are reportedly devastated by the unfolding scandal. Their face says etched with sorrow. Their sorrow hangs heavy in the air, a palpable weight. Ailsa Anderson, a former aide to Queen Elizabeth, offered her perspective on the situation, her voice tinged with sadness. She stated that Andrew's humiliation is complete, a final judgment. The palace statement was unprecedented and decisive in its severity, a clear message that such behavior would not be tolerated. It was a necessary step to restore public trust, a crucial act of our damage control. She expressed relief that Queen Elizabeth was not alive to witness this painful episode, a sentiment shared by many. The Queen embodied duty and unwavering service, and this scandal would have been a devastating blow. Another former royal aide commented on Andrew's predicament, his voice laced with irony. He noted the profound irony inherent in his situation, a man who once enjoyed immense privilege now facing complete disgrace. His only remaining titles are the derisive Randy Andy and Air Miles. Andrew, cruel nicknames that have become synonymous with his downfall. He will be remembered as the most disgraced royal of his generation, a permanent stain on the family's history. A sense of finality permeates the atmosphere, a heavy silence that speaks volumes. Andrew's legacy is irrevocably tarnished by scandal, a permanent mark of shame. The royal family now faces a long and arduous path to recovery, a journey fraught with challenges. The scandal leaves an indelible scar on its reputation, a constant reminder of the fragility of power and privilege. The echoes of the past reverberate through the ancient palace walls, whispering tales of rage, betrayal and disgrace. The future remains shrouded in uncertainty, the path ahead unclear. The air within the House of Windsor crackles with unspoken tension. One can almost feel the weight of centuries pressing down, each scandal adding to the burden. King Charles, his face a roadmap of royal burdens, steps forward on the missionary way. He moves with the gravity of a monarch confronting a family crisis. The decree is absolute. Andrew's royal status is revoked. Each word echoes like a death knell in the vast halls. Prince William, a pillar of support for his father, stands firm. His presence a iron reassural as a silent promise of stability, a stark contrast to the chaos surrounding them. The scent of lemon polish and old money fills the air, a bitter perfume of privilege and betrayal. The very air seems thick with disappointment. William and Kate, their faces etched with concern, understand that the stakes are higher than they do. The low is rarely. Why fear the shadow Andrew casts, the potential damage to the pride? Monarchy's future. Windsor Castle, their future home, stands as a silent witness. Its ancient new stones seem to absorb the negativity, a fortress besieged by scandal. A recently released biography illuminates the roots of William's deep-seated gnawing radar. Disapproval on. It hints at past slights, words that cut deep and left lasting scars. The exact insults remain veiled, yet their impact lingers. Thant. Pain. They are a constant reminder of disrespect and disregard. The biography further suggests William's desire for a complete break. He wanted, as Andrew and Sarah banished from the royal fold, a clean slate for heir. William's frustration simmers beneath the surface, a volcano, threatening to erupt. Years of scandals have eroded the monarchy's image, chipping away at its foundation. The Epstein connection looms large, a dark cloud over the royal family. The evicted sex offenders' crimes cast a long shadow, tainting everything it touches. Virginia Giuffre's allegations are a festering wound, refusing to close. Her accusations against Andrew ignite public outrage, fueling the flames of discontent. Newly revealed emails between Andrew, Sarah, and Epstein add fuel to the fire. The utter wonder. Correspondence lays bare the extent of their relationship, exposing the rot within. Epstein's financial support of Sarah, her lavish lifestyle funded by illicit gains, deepens the crisis. It creates further divisions within the already fractured family. Loney's book recounts William's fury at Andrew and Sarah's uninvited appearance. The Duchess of Kent's funeral became a stage for their audacity. Final straw. One can imagine the scene, William caught off guard. His composure strained. Run by. He attempts to distance himself, a desperate act of symbolic cleansing. He pointedly avoids being photographed with Andrew, a clear message of disappear. Roval. He reportedly believes his father has been too lenient, too forgiving. Unspoken accusations hang heavy, a suffocating fog of mistrust. Andrew and Sarah are seen as undermining the hard work of other royals, their actions a constant source of embarrassment. Before the formal stripping of titles, William and Kate made their stance clear. They stood shoulder to shoulder with the king, a united front against the encroaching darkness. William had reportedly been pushing for Andrew's eviction for years, his patience worn thin. The lodge's dilapidated state served as a constant reminder of the decay within. Now Andrew and Sarah face an uncertain future, their lives irrevocably altered. Andrew is relegated to Sandringham, a gilded cage in the Norfolk countryside. Sarah, however, must carve her own path. Her future, uncertain. Rumors of a move abroad swirl, a complete severing of ties with the royal family. The scandal has inflicted deep wounds on the relationship between the relationship between former couple and their daughters, a palpable sadness. The weight of shame and disappointment hangs heavy in the air. Beatrice and Eugenie retain their titles, a small comfort amidst the chaos. They remain members of the House of York, their positions seemingly secure. They are reportedly heartbroken by their parents' actions, torn between loyalty and dismay. They are also deeply concerned about their father's mental state, fearing the consequences of his downfall. Harry, Duke of Sussex, reportedly shares a similar disdain for his uncle, and a sentiment long held The one book claims he confessed to William his hatred for Andrew, a feeling born from years of observation. A source reveals Harry's past insults, words dripping with contempt. He saw Andrew as a symbol of everything wrong with the institution. The king was reportedly deeply troubled by the situation, his brow furrowed with the worry. He saw the scandal as a threat to the very survival of the monarchy. He felt compelled to act decisively to protect the institution from further damage. The weight of his decision reverberates through the palace, a tangible force. Family members reportedly expressed concerns about Andrew's high well-being, fearing his isolation. He had already retreated into a reclusive existence, a self-imposed exile, within the walls of Royal Lodge. William, a champion of mental health awareness, was particularly concerned about his uncle's psychological state. He feared the potential for a complete mental collapse. Other family members, including Prince Edward and Princess Anne, added their voices to the chorus of concern. Their apprehension filled the air, a palpable sense of unease. The King and Queen Camilla remained resolute, their faces set with determination. They are determined to stand with victims and survivors, a beacon of hope amidst the darkness. Their commitment to justice resonated throughout the palace, a tangible shift in the atmosphere. Iron Mater, it served as a reminder that even within the gilded walls, accountability must prevail. Andrew's relocation to Sandringham allows Charles to provide continued financial support, a gesture of familial duty. The gesture offers a crucial lifeline, preventing complete destitution. Preparations for his new residence are underway, a flurry of activity. Amidst the sombre air atmosphere, the move is anticipated in the coming weeks, a final act of separation. Sarah is unlikely to accompany him, a clear sign of the fractured state of their relationship. Ian suggests that both are on the brink, their lives teetering on the edge of emotional collapse. Their daughters are reportedly devastated by the unfolding scandal, their faces shed with sorrow. Their sorrow hangs heavy in the air, a palpable weight of grief. Ailsa Anderson, a former aide to Queen Elizabeth, offered her perspective, her voice too tinged with sadness. She stated that Andrew's humiliation is complete, a final judgment. The palace statement was unprecedented in its severity, a clear message that such behavior would end not be tolerated. It was a necessary step to restore public trust, a crucial act of damage control. She expressed relief that Queen Elizabeth was not alive to witness this painful episode, a sentiment shared by many. The Queen embodied duty and unwavering service, and this scandal would have been a devastating blow. Another former royal aide commented on Andrew's predicament, his voice laced with irony. He noted the profound irony inherent in his situation, a man who once enjoyed immense privilege now facing complete disgrace. His only remaining titles are the cruel nicknames, reminders of his downfall. He will be remembered as the most disgraced royal, a permanent stain on the Alpercacia family's history. A sense of finality permeates the atmosphere, a heavy silence that speaks volumes. Andrew's legacy is irrevocably tarnished, a permanent mark of shame. The royal family now faces a long and arduous path to recovery, a journey fraught with challenges. The scandal leaves an indelible scar, a constant reminder of the our power and privilege. The echoes of the past reverberate through the ancient palace walls, whispering tales of betrayal and disgrace. The future remains uncertain, the path ahead unclear. The weight of history presses down, a burden carried by generations. The use of Windsor stands at a crossroads, its future hanging in the air. Balanced. The scent of beeswax and old money mingles with the acrid tang of horror. Scandal, a potent and unsettling combination. The very air seems to vibrate with unspoken anxieties. The king's resolve is unwavering, a beacon of strength in the face of adversity. He is determined to steer the monarchy through this turbulent storm. Prince William stands by his father's side, a symbol of continuity and stability.